Good good morning, America. Good morning, world. Good afternoon, world. Good evening, world, wherever you're watching this from. This is good news. It's really good news. You know why? Because the arrogance of the United States is now in checkmate. In checkmate. I've been talking about, or using the word, pardon me, gangster capitalism. And really what it is it's corporations who use our government to fund their operations, meaning building new weapon systems, and fund the wars that basically go in and invade foreign countries so we can steal resources. You need to watch this one because the end of that cycle is over. The weapons that we have are antiquated. Just like when we started the Ukraine war, we had a surplus of old weapons and we started using those, and then we introduced more new weapons. The problem is, watch this. You'll see it in full living color. Watch this whole thing.
It, we had Al-Udeid Air Base in Qatar, two important points in Oman, which before one wasn't before the target on the part of Iranians. They have decided to change their targets when it comes to Oman. Oman was the only country that was not attacked during the 40 days, 39 days of war. And they hit U.S. long-range radar and U.S. Navy logistic port of Duqm in Oman. And finally, we have some footages coming out of Jordan, because what were the basic targets in Jordan from what we've seen from the announcement of the Iranian government or Iranian army or IRGC was that the command and control runway in the airbase, American airbase in Jordan, and the other one was one of the shelters of the drones. And this was the night before last night. But last night, we have some footages coming out. The question is, what's going on with the air defense system? Look at this footage, Larry. Let me. You see, the interceptor goes up to hit the missile, and you see the missile just passing by and hitting the target. There is no interception in this video. More than 1 minute of the target, at least 4 missiles are hitting the targets in Jordan, and none of them, and there is no interception in this video. And there is the other one. It's the second one. The interceptors are going up. And this is the third. Yeah, here is the fourth. There was no interception. The last time I talked with Professor Ted Postel, he said that is the efficiency or the interception on the part of the Patriot system are less than 4%, 2%, 1%, something like that. And I talked with Andrei Martyanov, his understanding was 20 to 30%. And in this video, we haven't seen any sort of interception. So, Larry, here is the situation right now. What is your understanding?
I want to add something in there. If you watch any of the videos that I've already posted previously on TikTok and YouTube, go to the long form videos in the library, you'll see the same thing, that the U.S., its weapon system is antiquated. It can't stop what Iran is doing. They'll never be able to stop it. Now the question is, will Netanyahu decide to use a nuke? Or will Trump decide to use a nuke? But if that happens, then I guarantee you nuclear weapons will be used, not from Iran having them, but from the people that support Iran, the countries that support Iran. Let's keep going with this one.
Understanding of what's going on, and Donald Trump getting back to the war, somehow feeling, I don't know what does he feel militarily or strategically that he wants to get back to the war.
Fundamentally, Nima, I couldn't begin to tell you what Donald Trump feels. Donald Trump has become an enigma on top of being demented, on top of being clearly suffering from some form of megalomania that is indescribable in terms of what he's doing to the world and to this country. But let's back up for a minute. I watched all of Ted Postal's presentation 3 or 4 times. What he is saying and what I think he is saying in terms of, and this is just one little tactical aspect of this conflict, is that PAC-2 and PAC-3s are useless. Lockheed Martin and RTX, formerly Raytheon underneath, are all trying desperately to hide that. They're lying through their teeth. PAC-2 and PAC-3 in terms of intercepting ballistic missiles that are sophisticated, or ballistic missiles, just simply ballistic missiles. In other words, they don't have countermeasures or counter actions that they can take to thwart an air defense system. PAC-2 and PAC-3 cannot beat them, period. I think it's lower than 4% even in terms of success rate. Now, Lockheed Martin doesn't want anybody to know that. The United States doesn't want anybody to know that, especially people like Zelensky and Europeans who continue to back Zelensky, because he's going to build these things in his own country at great expense, time, and effort. If he ever gets there, I don't think he will. But should he, he's going to be building an obsolete system. Obsolete. Now let's look at some more tactical aspects of it. They're not really important, except as they illustrate the absolute deficit of a real strategic approach by the United States. HIMARS. HIMARS is a wealth of systems. It's a system that exists in terms of multiple launch rockets that go 15 or 20 kilometers with extended range even further. And it's ATACMS. It's a single outfit ATACMS, all in the HIMARS system. So when you say HIMARS, you are saying a range of essentially missile-like, artillery-like weaponry that ranges from 15 kilometers to 500 kilometers in the case of ATACMS. So HIMARS is not being talked about discreetly and distinctly. It's being conflated with all manner of other things, but all to say, guess why we're using HIMARS? Because we don't have anything else.
So basically, Congress approves all the funding for our military, always have. We negated the fact that there's these other risks out there and really analyze what's happening. So we, American taxpayers, got a bill of goods that was bogus. We were taxed to death, and what did they give us? Antiquated equipment, and yet the U.S. media won't show what's going on. These weapon systems have been being used for ever since this thing started, folks. You've been lied to. The media in the United States is controlled. They'll never show you the defeat, and gangster capitalism is going unchecked. What are we going to do about it, folks? We need to stop this thing. But how do we do it? How do we stop Donald Trump and our government and say, we aren't going to do anything with Iran, we're going to pull back, it ain't going to happen? Why? Netanyahu and the Zionists, they control our country. Remember, they're trying to merge our militaries. This is the Conscious Hour, folks. Please hit the like and share button. Please hit the like and share button. Other people need to see this information, and then pick up the phone, call your congressional members and tell them, no worry. You brought this down. You created this mess. Now fix it. It's the Conscious Hour. It's time to stop this insanity. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like and share button. Please hit the like and share button. Get this message out. Thank you very much.